Yeah. All right. Well, we have, so we're done with the first bracket. We are on to the next one, and I think this is going to be exciting. We have, I think we're going to do MiniRennac versus FathersBelt next, which is going to be another TVP. And yeah, I'm looking at the lineup for this matchup, and I'm excited. I've seen these players play, and I think we're going to see some good games.
Okay, I need to go because I have to go play with Vint on the UPL. But that was fun, man. Thanks to be with me there, and see you later, man.
Yep. See you later. Thank you for stopping by, and it was fun. It was
Yeah,
fun.
no problem. See, goodbye, everyone.
All right. Good luck. Have fun. Okay. So we're going to go right into the next one. MiniRennac versus FathersBelt. Right back into Deja Vu. And yeah. All right. In the bottom right, our magenta Terran, it is FathersBelt. And in the bottom left, our yellow Protoss, it is Mini, or also MiniRennac. And I love seeing the APM here. I love that both these players, they're just going crazy with the hotkeys. I imagine that the first probably 30 supply or so of this is going to look very, very much the same, but that's pretty much every TVP. You know. So I like building the supply depot and the barracks right next to the Vespine Geyser and the refinery. And Protoss, of course, building their 10 gateway. It looks like, where's the ramp on this map? I think the ramp is maybe over here or maybe up here. I don't know. I can't quite tell from here. But that doesn't look like a bad position either way. Okay, yeah. So this is not bad. So we are going with a Zealot first, a 14 Zealot. And Terran, we are kind of just doing our factory opening. So we are looking to take a kind of a more defensive approach as Terran. You know, we did go Vulture first, but we are... oh, there we go. We're sending it out now. I personally, I have no issue playing defensively, especially at this stage. You know, where sometimes weird things happen. But this game does have defender's advantage, so you know, defensive play is a sound strategy. So we are sending the Zealot and Goons out to kind of just go and poke. And presumably we're gonna protect the ramp as well. Oh no, these are 3 Goons. We're keeping the Zealot at the ramp. Okay. So good pullback. Definitely want to try and find the sweet spot. And we only have 2 SCVs repairing this bunker, so this is going to drop. And these Goons can literally just go in there and snipe these Marines. Oh, but siege mode does finish. Going to need to pull back. And Terran now up to 2 factories. Protoss up to 2 gateways, building some zealots. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're gonna zealot bomb. Get a shuttle with some zealots in, and I'm guessing this is maybe going to be some sort of a bulldog play. This is, so we haven't expanded, and this is very late for not taking a natural nexus. So this is going to be, you know, we are kind of riding on this this play to really just break this, and yeah. So we are gonna a 6-minute and 45-second natural expansion. We have a couple more zealots ready to fill the shuttle, and we have we have our goon. So it looks like we're getting ready to maybe execute the attack here. Yeah. And nice job sniping the SCV. Now, bear in mind, there is a bunker here, but there are no turrets right now. And there's a few siege tanks. So this play could work, but we're running out of time because the turrets are just starting to go up. So we'll see what happens. That didn't work out very well. So we did manage to succeed to kill all but 1 tank, but this is really good SimCity from FathersBelt. This is very this is not easy to push into. So, and now Protoss is going to be way behind because that attack didn't work out. FathersBelt is at 51 supply and 33 workers to 26. So, sorry. So we have 2 gates here and 4 gates here. So we are going up to 6 gates, and we are going to have a mining base going on here. A second mining base. A little bit late, but yeah, I would say all in all, I'm liking FathersBelt's position. We definitely have a worker advantage. And now we're going up to 5 gates. So we have, 5 factories. So we're going to have almost as many factories as there are gateways. Protoss isn't going up to 8 gateways. And FathersBelt is going to be able to just, I feel like, really just hit a timing here. You know, they didn't lose. They lost a couple tanks for defense, but they didn't really lose their defensive base, nor did they lose their economy. So, you know, I really feel like this is a really good position. Now, that being said, even though Mini is down in workers, they are they went up to 6 gates and are just pumping units out of them. So, but it is 10 minutes into the game and we don't even have a citadel yet. We don't even have legs started. So these zealots, you're pretty much all you're going to be able to do with the zealots is try and zealot bomb the tanks, which it can work, it can be effective, but you don't have speed zealots at your disposal. So this 5 factory push that's going to come out here, I feel like it's going to be a lot more effective. Guys. So, okay, so yeah, so pretty much we're just, you know, kind of collecting stuff up and trying to figure out when to pull the trigger. But this 5, yeah, okay, so we have our sorry. There we go. We have our 5 gate push coming out of Terran. Probably need more vultures, but this is plenty of tanks to worry about. And now Goliath's mixed in. Okay, so we're on 7 gateways, and it looks like we're trying to go up to Arbiter for Protoss. And we're also trying to take another base up here as well. If we can actually succeed in walling this off and taking a base, this is going to be... It could work, but we have to deal with this tank line outside, and not just... Yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. So we unfortunately lost a bunch of probes in the middle of a probe transfer. And we're waiting 30 seconds for more goons to finish. So I really feel like this is probably, yep, probably it. GG. I applaud Mini for just trying to play this game out. You know, tried to go for kind of a bulldog play. and it didn't really work out, and started their natural nexus really late. As a consequence, very behind. Despite all of that, still tried to play it out and fight against this overwhelming 5-factory push that just, you know, the Terran just didn't lose any momentum, you know, and the Protoss is way behind, so it happens. All right, so we're going into game 2. Okay. In the bottom right are yellow Protoss Mini, and in the bottom left are magenta Terran, FathersBelt. Yeah, just kind of last game was just a classic example of doing an all-in, not succeeding, and then being behind. But again, despite being behind, I appreciate that Manny tried to play it out. So we're going up to 10 workers now for both players. Gateway's dropping, and it looks like, okay, we're not going to scout after Gateway. I like the Sim City here. So it looks like we're going to 11 scout after we start the barracks. Okay. You know, just be vigilant. You know, in this match with both races, 13 is kind of the normal scout timing. You know, you know, you build your gas on 12, and then you scout on 13. That's kind of like the normal thing for Terran, and then for Protoss, you know, you drop your core and then you scout on 13. And the reason why it's such a normal thing is that, you know, proxy 9-9 gates are kind of like just this weird tricky thing, but going 2-gate in this matchup is generally not a good idea. So unless you're proxying the gateways, you know, 2-gate Zealot doesn't really make any sense. And if you're not going to 2-gate Zealot, then you're going to 1-gate Tech, right? You're gonna 1-gate core and Tech. So just when you play the odds, you know, odds are, you know, you're going to be just doing the normal 1-gate core. It's very standard, and you can hold plenty. If you're good with your unit control, you can hold plenty of aggression as Protoss. So there's no reason not to. You know, it's nice to throw a 2-gate in just to kind of spice things up, but it's certainly not a standard procedure to where I feel like it warrants scouting on 11. But anyway. So I like that the Terran has. So they're starting their base at 4 minutes. Um, and they probably it's good. They probably want to start their bunker. Um, probably still a wee bit late because the goon is on the way. But you know, that's Starcraft. So the bunker does get done, and we're going to be able to load it up, which is an improvement from last game. So Protoss is kind of going for this one base, three gate robo. Again, kind of a late natural. Even if you're gonna go into a 3 gate robo, it's still very normal to get your Nexus before your robo and then your 2 gates after your robo. So again, Protoss kind of kind of opting for the 1 gate, for the 1 base play, and again rallying goons for a bulldog. So we're gonna try and go for the bulldog opener again, but I don't know, man. Last game, like our Terran just like FathersBelt just had some wicked anti-bulldog SimCity. So we'll see what happens. Another thing I feel like is with this race, with the Protoss race, generally attacking everything at once together is the better idea. So we'll see what happens. Oh, okay. So the Zealot Bomb didn't do much, and yeah, so this is even... Yeah, so this is once again held, but at least we kept our goons alive. This is really good. So at least we kept our goons alive, but the downside is we once again have a very late natural. And we're now behind in workers. You know, and now the Terran is going up to 5 factory. So once again, I feel like we're just gonna see I feel like we're just gonna see a 5 factory push. You know, we're just gonna see the Terran push out with 5 tanks and a bunch of vultures. Now, if you were Protoss and you didn't macro, right, and you did a 28 Nexus and you were very defensive, you know, you would have at least 8 goons. Actually, no, by now in 8 minutes of the game, you would have way more than 9 goons. You would have at least 12 goons at this point. So but you know, I like the idea of trying a tactic, you know, and it's certainly a classic one to try, but this is a very just defensive Terran who knows his SimCity, and has good enough timings to counterattack once he defends you. So we're now up to 50 workers and 5 factories. And we have some tanks. We have a bunch of tanks, and we have some Goliaths. And I'm guessing after this round of tanks and Goliaths, we're just going to put a couple rounds of vultures and just run. Because this is certainly quite the scary mech army. Meanwhile, we're at 4 gates right now, getting Citadel and presumably legs, and we have you know, a decent number of dragoons, but what we really don't have is, just because we were just so behind, right? We just don't have the economy to keep up with the macro. Yeah, so we have like a round of vultures that are coming out here, and then we're gonna have another round of vultures that are coming out here, and then we're just gonna move out. So this is just gonna be a ton of tanks. Trying to take a third at 11 minutes. So I like the idea that we're scanning ahead to try and see if there's army here we have to worry about. There isn't. But there is an observer watching the army. So yeah, I feel like once this moves out, this is just going to be kind of game again. Like, because, you know, what can Protoss do? They're so behind. What can they do to stop this? So it's a nice job trying to flank the army with Biggums. I think there's just way too many tanks. That, yeah, that's just gonna melt, and these goons here are gonna melt. It's just too many, and there's too much stuff in front. But I like the idea of trying to, you know, hit from multiple angles. This is just way too much. And we have the next macro cycle out. Yeah, just ignore the DTs. Just like, oh, or you could do that. Yeah, so we're gonna unsiege and then move forward. It's like you have so many tanks and so much mech and so much macro. So nice job keeping the contain here and cutting off the pathing for the workers. So I feel like now, like, again, you know, it's just, what can you do? You know, I have 4 goons and a giant contain outside. What can I do? So once again, very good play from FathersBelt. I like the patience and just defending the bulldog play, and then just going straight into 5-fact. You know, and now this is Terran's game to lose. GG. Alright. Nice timings, nice execution from FathersBelt there. I like that. I liked the idea to do and aggressive play. Um, I like the idea of doing a bulldog attack. You know, because it's an old build. The thing is that like I don't feel like the attacks were executed well, so I feel like definitely the Protoss needs to work on the execution of such attacks. But even against the position they were fighting in, you know, by the time the attack hit in both games, our turret was already started. So, you know, the Protoss is on a clock for the attack to work. And there were already like 3 or 4 tanks, and one of them was on high ground in a good sniping position. I just feel like this Terran was just ready for it both games, and you know, it didn't work, and they were behind. So, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens when you do a one base all in like that. But it's not a bad idea to mix stuff like that in. All right, on to the next series. I love the ideas from MiniRennac. I love the ideas, and I love the game plan. You know, just I would probably like to see better execution, but you know, I'm execution's hard. Execution's hard, so I understand. All right, we're gonna go into Whirlwind versus Biggums, Bingus Khan versus Summit Wind, another TVP. I'm a big fan of Bingus Khan. I'm becoming a big fan of Bingus Khan, and I like both these players. I like the games I've seen from them both. So we'll see what happens. All right. In the top right are White Terran. It is Summit Wind, also known as Whirlwind. And in the top left are Spicy Brown Mustard Protoss. It is Bingus Khan, also known as Biggums. Another TVP. Ooh, kind of a oh, but I like how he's building it here. Okay, so he's gonna try and build a wall and, you know, stop a zealot. But this is kind of late at 1:04. So Protoss is scouting really early. Trying to just get a jump on the location. And he successfully reaches the location before the wall is finished. No zealot, we're at 15 supply, so there's no zealot this game. So, you know, the wall is kind of unnecessary, but I understand the precaution. So far, nothing to see here, just a 23 Nexus. Yeah, I would definitely... I like the idea of building the goon, the third goon. Good. I was actually just about to say, with this close to location, I would definitely build a third goon for sure. Is a little bit bold to leave your ramp completely undefended when, you know, there could be a vulture. We haven't really confirmed if this is a vulture first build or not, so it is a little bold. But you know, for this build, this is going to be a 2-fact build, and we are going to push out with tanks, so having these 3 goons here does actually work out pretty well. But this is like just like a classic, you know, push to worry about. Ooh, oh my gosh, he totally snipes the tank. But the goons, man, I mean, sorry, the Marines are just doing their job. Wow, what a push. This is exactly, when you go 2-fact, this is the kind of push you're trying to do. You know, you want to keep everything together, keeping the tank alive, and the firepower from the tank is just going to totally make the goons run. Nice job pulling probes. I think he is just going to hold this with that probe pull. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he is. How many? Oh man, these need to be building more. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, the mine connects. Sorry. Oh my gosh, this does not get stopped. There's 2 tanks now and 2 goons. We do snipe some of the Marines, but this is way too many tanks. I think this is over. This is just way too many tanks. Oh my gosh. And another... Dude, these mine connects are so brutal. And we're just rallying more stuff over. What a brutal... Oh my god. What a way to start this off. Nice job, yeah. Oh my gosh. GG. That is a brutal... Oh my god, that is such a brutal GG. It's like you want to stay in and fight. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well done. That was a very well executed. I'm telling you, dude. At this level, at tier 3, TVP is scary for the Protoss. It's actually, I mean, just build 2 factories and push. It's insane how hard that is to stop at tier 3. Very well done. Alright, let's see what game 2 looks like. Alright, do we have anything? Nope. Okay. Alright, in the bottom left, sorry, in the bottom right on Vermeer, our brown Terran. Sorry, our white, no, it's not white. It's like sky blue. Like metallic blue. I'm not sure what to call that. Anyway, I'm just totally getting this wrong. Let's start that over. Alright, in the bottom right on Vermeer are our light gray Terran. That looks a lot more like gray than blue to me. Our light gray Terran, it is Summit Wind. And in the bottom left, our brown Protoss, it is, whoops, sorry guys, it is Bingus Khan. I swear the next mouse I get, I don't know if I'm going to do wired. And my setup, this wired mouse is such a pain in the neck. Alright. But I like the latency of the wired mouse, so I don't know. Anyway. So I like that we're building a barracks just right by the ramp. Yeah, again, you know, the scouting before 13 is kind of unnecessary in this matchup. Unless you want a gas steal, then it's totally necessary. There is that. But yeah, usually if you're Protoss and you scout before 13, you're really taking a risk for the long game because you're really sacrificing your economy and your economic efficiency in the early game. And you need that efficiency to hit your timings perfectly or satisfactorily. You're not going to hit them perfectly at this level, but you can certainly hit them very well. So, you know, you need to have that early game economic efficiency in order to hit your timings as Protoss, and you can't get that if you scout on 13. So, it's actually, for Protoss specifically, like for Terran, it's kind of unnecessary to scout before 13, just because there's nothing really to worry about. But for Protoss, you are actually hurting yourself if you scout earlier than 13. You're hurting your own economy. Now, if you want a gas steal, on the other hand, it's totally worth it. And if you want to follow that up with the zealot marching across the map, yeah, it's totally worth it. All right. But yeah, ideally, like if you're talking about best practices, yeah, you're really sacrificing your economy with the 13 scout. So, you know, do with that information what you will, but just know that, you know, in the long run, you are hurting your timings. We have another zealot across the map. But look, is this the legendary zealot goon? It is. It's a 2-gate zealot goon. Oh, it's zealot goon. Okay, it's the 2-gate variant. Yeah, so with a gas seal and no factory, this is actually pretty pretty rough. But the zealots do get cleaned up. And it is 5 minutes, and Protoss doesn't have a natural nexus. But it looks like the Protoss is going for a DT, so that's all right. Now, if the Terran does decide to 2-fact again, and we have some DTs mixed in with Dragoons, this could actually be a play that works in the Protoss' favor, because the DTs are invisible, right? They can help focus fire down tanks when Dragoons aren't present. They can help just totally wipe the floor of Marines. So if Protoss does actually decide to follow this Citadel up with a DT, that would actually not be a bad way to go if you could pull it off and make it work. But it looks like they're not going to right away. It looks like they're actually trying to get Robo and get observers. Or maybe shuttles. Maybe they're trying to do a DT drop. I'm not sure. But we do have tank on the high ground and siege almost done. So these goons are going to have to back off momentarily here. Probably want to put the tank even like here. Like, why not? Or here on the ledge. So we're going for a Reaver. Still not sure why we built the Citadel for the DT tech if we're going Reaver, but okay. I'm down for this. Try something new. Terran, meanwhile, it looks like adding 2 more factories, going up to 4 fact. So I really feel like this is a good move. Although I'm not sure I like this factory place. I mean, I guess it could work. It's kind of close though. I had to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. I wouldn't put a machine shop there though. So if I'm reading this right, and Terran does decide to go for a 4-fact timing push, this, oh wow, maybe it is going to be a, sure, okay. Maybe that will be a machine shop. I hope a tank doesn't spawn here, or a vulture or something doesn't spawn here and get stuck though. So this is interesting. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with this 4-factory timing push. I'm kind like when I see a 4-factory, I'm used to seeing some Goliaths mixed in, but I don't see an armory, so I'm not sure we're gonna see that. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen, how the push is gonna play out, but. You know, we have vultures on the map, kind of laying mines around and trying to get some vision. These are enough goons to push them back, but this is kind of the point where Terran can actually take total control of the map. You know, once they get some mines out, and they get their tanks to fortify, and they actually have some vultures running around on the map, they can actually like control things pretty well. So on the whole, I like Summit Wind's position very well. It is also worth noting, of course, the supply and worker differential. Bingus Khan is down a substantial amount of workers, considering no all-ins were done. Right. No attacks have been executed. It's just been, you know, some light harassment and macro. So, all things considered, you know, yeah, Bingus Khan is low on workers, which isn't good. Also, lower in supply as well. Yeah, Summit Wind just has way more units on the map. And with this 4-factory, oh my god, this is just all tanks. That's awesome. With this 4-factory tank push, I'm really liking Summit Wind's position here. I really think they're going to be able to bust this, just run across and bust at this point. Yeah. Wow. Nice nice spread of tanks, and I like the slow leapfrogging forward with tanks. This is, yeah, these Zealots are just gonna walk right into there's gonna be tank fodder. Oh man, yeah, those Zealots aren't doing anything. really good positioning. I'm really liking the tank spread from Summit Wind. Um, definitely trying to keep them not clumped so that they won't like splash each other. GG. So that was a nice kind of slow, methodical, and patiently executed push. And I like that, we just decided to kind of go for a 4-factory tank push. Pretty straightforward. But, so very, very good. I do feel like that game, I do feel like Protoss, we were a little bit behind in our macro. And I also feel like in game 1 as well, like we were a little bit slow in our builds. So I definitely feel like just by casting these games, I do feel like the Protoss could have done better. Could have done, I think, a bit better without all the cheeky shenanigans and just hitting their timings. Just get one. Like, you'd be surprised how comfortably a build just coalesces and comes together once you start hitting your critical timings consistently. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, it just works. I have all these units when I need them. It really is like, I mean, yeah. So, like scouting on 11 and like trying to do gas steals and all the probe shenanigans. I really think that was in both games. I think that was a detriment. But it happens. Some games, you can do that. You can do those probe shenanigans and those gas steals and just totally throw the Terran off base and make something work. So didn't work this time, unfortunately. All right, and our last series for the night, it is a TBZ. I have heard wonderful things about this series. It is Rennac versus Firehex. All right. And game 1 is going to be on Deja Vu. I swear it's like we've been here before. I mean, I don't know. So, once again, this is Deja Vu. It's a 4-player map, and obviously, like, this is your natural, right? And it's kind of like Fighting Spirit, where from your natural you have kind of a natural third that you can kind of walk to, and a middle ground that you can kind of defend your natural third from. A little bit more compact, a little bit more small form factor than Fighting Spirit, but the same basic layout idea, and pretty simple, straightforward 12 base map. Lots of open space in the middle to take engagements and stuff on. So really just a nice map. Okay. And we're off. In the top right are Blue Terran. It is Firehex. And in the bottom right are Red Zerg. It is Rennac. All right. So Rennac, by the look of it, going for a hatch first, and Firehex doing the good old Terran barracks first. So very curious to see what Rennac's plan with this kind of faster 2-base economy is going to be. You know, either 2-hatch Lurker or 2-hatch Muta, I feel like are just great options in their own right. I am a firm advocate, however, for Lurkers in tier 3. Firehex, of course, going for the good old 18cc. He's going to build a second barracks, okay. He isn't going to quite go for the academy just yet. Of course, layer on the way. Nothing, you know, out of the ordinary here. I think one of the question marks is going to be how, you know, I mean, how early are they going to take this gas here? Academy is now on the way for Firehex. And of course we have a defensive bunker coming down as well. You know, just kind of securing our base up a little bit, making sure no lings run by and stuff. Also, just Marines live 10 times as long once they're in a bunker, which is great. Chasing away the scout. eBay coming down as well. So we are going to go into a spire, which means we should be seeing, yep, there's the extractor. So we are going to go into a Muta build from this. But, you know, the spire started at like I think it started at closer to like maybe 5 minutes or 5:15. So I have a feeling that this mutas are gonna hit just a a smidgen later. A smidgen, like really just a smidgen, not much. And I really like the sunken wall here. This might be a little late. The marine bust is on the way down. Nope. I think it's fine. That's not a lot. And turrets are going to be going down as well. Getting ready for those pesky mutalisks. Nice. Okay. So far, I'm liking the play out of Firehex. This is very just kind of, you know, just good TVZ. I'm liking the mutas as well. Oh, nice. Nice pullback. Didn't lose too much bio. I love, look at that, keeping that nice clumped. Looking for, nice, we're looking for the Marine Army. Good muta micro out of Rennac. Very good muta micro. So Firehex is going up into just kind of go up into SK, you know, going up into starports and science vessels. Got 2 port coming out. Now just starting to add barracks. Okay, he was on 4 for quite a while. And Rennac, meanwhile, just adding more mutas. And going up the hive as well. Oh, nice scan. Sees the hit in third. Is gonna try and make a break for it, but I don't know. Are the mutas gonna make the army turn? We do have a dispatch of Marines. It looks like they are going to be able to take out this base. This is quite a lot of bio. Nice catch from Firehex here. Looks like he is going to totally erase this third base. Meanwhile, the mutas, I think, are sharking around. Oh, nice. Gonna go into Crazy Zerg from this. Beautiful. The mutas are sharking around, but they are totally trying to buy time, I think, for the Ultralisk switch that's on the way. This is a very I'm really liking the switch into Crazy Zerg. If we can, I mean, if he can hold this third here, his newly formed third at the natural, you know, I think he'll be able to pull a really beautiful win out of this game. The Ultralisk armor is just finished. It just finished, and ground armor level 2 is on the way. And Mutalisks are just sharking around the map, looking for a really good angle to exploit. That's so funny. Good good irradiates, good call, you know, picking out the Ultralisks. But yeah, is it going to be enough? I don't know. I mean, well, one of them is about to die, so it is going to be enough. It's going to kill some of them. That's a lot of lings, though. Ooh, nice. Nice. Beautiful. So, beautiful macro out of Firehex this game. And also just good job picking out those Ultralisks before things got really out of hand. So I'm really just liking how this game was executed here. GG. Very well done. Again, just beautiful macro from the Terran. I love the ideas from Rennac. So, excellent job. Game 2. Wait, alright. Sorry. It's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, game 2. We are back to Vermeer. Vermeer, for those of you who don't know, again, kind of a modern classic. If you've been playing Starcraft for a minute, you've probably heard of Vermeer. So Vermeer is kind of, when this map came out a few years ago, it really was like, it really had like a lot of really neat ideas. These little patches of high ground, they're like little mini ramps. You can stage your army here. You can put siege tanks and lurkers up here. So these ramps were really just like a beautiful thing with this map with this map. It's kind of one of the unique little features about it. But another thing, like I was saying earlier about the territories and stuff, like you can really think of each base area as like a territory, right? So this is actually a 16 base map rather than a 12, and right, each main base has 3 natural expansions. Which is another really just unique feature of the map, is that you actually literally have 3 natural expansions rather than rather than 2 natural expansions, and then kind of a third one's kind of up in the air, right, as far as where it is, depending on the map. But what's really cool is this area here. All this area here can be thought of as like a territory, right? So, if you have a mobile army and you're trying to defend different locations, right? I mean, you can easily stage your army like here and then defend advances here, kind of go out and defend advances that are coming here, like kind of flank advances on this base here. So, it's really has a nice cohesive territory. And of course, you can even think of this as like a giant choke point, if you will, right? Like, of course, this is a choke point for your natural, but you can even think of this as like a choke point for your territory. So, very just some very interesting topographical ideas with this map, and of course, just a very small center. But yeah, just a great map. A very well, I think, even still to this day, this is probably one of the most well thought out maps I think that Starcraft has ever had. So, anyway, game 2 on Vermeer. Oh crap, do I have pillar box on? Wow. That's great. I didn't even realize I've had pillar box on this whole time. Oh well, it works, I guess. Okay. I'm not gonna fiddle with it now. We're going with it. We have a pillar box stream. All right. In the top right on Vermeer are red Zerg. It is Rennac, and in the bottom right are blue Terran. It is Firehex. Once again, going for the hatchery first. Terran going to get the first scout. Although Rennac is going to shortly get the second scout with the Overlord. very good. I like the the macro out of the Terran. Um, you know, very good time to start building a supply depot. Constant marine and SCV production. Just very good macro. So we have an in-base macro hatch for Rennac. Um, um, hmm. So is this going to be a 3-hatch muta instead of a 2? Like a 2-hatch muta but with a macro hatch? I'm not sure. I would really like to see a lurker play. I am a, but you know, I'm personally a very big proponent of lurkers. But let's see what. So we do have the second gas. This could be a 3-hatch muta. Although this could also be a lurker play. The ground armor makes me wonder. Oh no, okay. No, it's just a spire with a macro hatch. Okay. I'm not sure if I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Sunkens are going to be up in time. Yeah, they're going to be up in time. This isn't going to do anything. So Rennac gonna go for 9 mutas instead of I think it was 6 or 7 mutas last time. So definitely gonna go for more, yeah. Assuming we have the minerals and gas for it. His army's out here, kind of looking around, so he's trying to see if there's any bases that he has to worry about. And otherwise, you know, keeping a soft contain, you know. Although 9 mutas plus 3 more, this is going to be 12, I think. Oh no, that's just the last 3 that were being built. let's see what these bad boys are gonna do. Muta's once again sharking around looking for an angle. Oh, nice. Gonna totally take out a turret before the Marines are done. And Hive coming up behind this. So once again going for the crazy Zerg play. Nice job just totally taking out the reinforcements there. We do have a push, stim push coming up in here trying to break the sunken line, but I think there's just too many sunkens. So nice hold from Rennac. I love how deployed the Marines. Deployed the Lings to protect the Sunkens, and also had the Mutas come in from the flank as well. So I like the pincer defense. And unlike the previous game, we're right now pretty even in workers and supply, which is oh, I like this nice stem, but not the best place you want to be as Terran. Or just in general, when you're fighting against Zerg and you're not Zerg, you generally don't want to be even supply. Anyway, so the Marines are kind of coming up for another counterattack. We have a hidden third up in the corner. And right now, I feel like we have much more map control that we can actually get away with hiding a third like this. So this game, I actually, well, I didn't dislike it last game, but I think that this is going to work much better this game. But the Terra macro machine is kicking in. We are now up to 7 racks. And we are literally just throwing out a couple macro cycles and sending Marines up. So. Ooh. Oh, a Nidus. Oh, nice. We have Nidus networks. That's cool. So the Ultralisks are out. And Ultralisk armor is just about done. There is +2 armor right now. And that's about to finish for +4. So these things are just going to be unstoppable. And I mean, look at this. What can you do against +5 armor? I mean, these things can literally just move across the map. That's nice. Look at this. A lot more Ultralisks. just sending small wave after small wave, whittling away. I think we probably do have maybe... No, I don't think we have any irradiates left. No, we do. Okay. We do have more Ultralisks coming. I do think this is finally going to break in. There we go. Nice job. So the Crazy Zerg play worked much better this game. Just trying to finally break up this ramp. These little bitty ramps are really a pain to get up, especially if you have bulky units like Ultralisks. But we're finally up, and we are in the main. GG. All right. Excellent game out of Firehex. I mean, sorry, out of Rennac. The ideas panned out. I like to see it. All right. Going to the last game of the night. Oh, sorry, before I start this. Alright. Last game is the tiebreaker, and this is going to be Butter. Butter is a 2-player map. You start on the right side in the corners, and there's some cool features about this map. Okay. This choke point here into your main is flat. There's no ramp or anything here. This is a flat choke, but it's still pretty narrow. And this path right here, I mean, the way you get to one natural to the other is a straight shot. So it's literally a straight shot to the opponent's natural. So yeah, those are kind of like the two. The flat main choke point, and then the straight shot from natural to natural is kind of like the two defining, I think, characteristics of Butter. Although, another kind of neat feature about this map are these hidden bases on the far left side of the map. There's some nice, you know, like this base right here is a very tightly cornered base. This is a very tightly cornered base. This has, like, if you can control this high ground ramp, you can defend this base. So some pretty interesting, like, expansion ideas and hidden base ideas on the far left side of the map as well. Um, anyway, on to butter. Okay. In the top right, our red Zerg, it is Rennac. And in the bottom right, our blue Terran, it is Firehex. All right. So once again we're opening up hatch first, and we got kind of our normal 12 scout. So nice standard series. In tier 3, it's totally okay to just do the normal standard stuff over and over and over. So seeing like a hatch first into mutas, right, and 18cc into SK, stuff like that. Like, it's pretty. It's totally okay. Again, so in CPL, we're more focused on improving and learning the game. And part of learning the game is doing the same opening, doing like the same opener and playing it a dozen different ways, doing the same overall, overall early mid-game concept, and really refining how you micro and execute the attacks and stuff, and adapting to different situations. So given all of that, it's totally okay. In CPL, it's a totally safe place to do the same standard build over and over and over and over. Because this is a league that is so focused on improvement, self-improvement, and it's focused on learning how things work. So obviously you have to like repeat and troubleshoot and stuff. So if you're doing a standard build, it is totally okay to do it 2-3 games in a row in CPL. Particularly at tier 3, it's totally okay to do the same build over and over and over and over and over. If it works. If it's standard and it's the way you normally play, it's totally okay to do it over and over. Obviously, the higher up in skill you get, the better in micro and timings you are. The more the more vulnerable I feel like you are to just your opponent figuring your build out and knowing how to play against it the next game. So, but in tier 3, don't really have to worry about that. So that's another kind of nice thing about being able to cast these games is that you really get to see, you know, people learning standard stuff. So another reason why I like tier 3. Okay, so we have the eBay is finishing, and we're gonna have the turrets go up. Obviously, probably scanning to confirm like whether it's a spire or not. And we have the defensive sunkens going up as well. Nice, 4 sunkens. And of course the move out is coming as well. We've seen this play out. Move out with the bio. You don't die to sunkens. The spire is just about done, and the mutas should be starting. We have another in-base hatch, so we're gonna have the third macro hatch, and really gonna try and go up to those 9 mutas. Certainly Firehex is ready for the mutas. In his base anyway, he's ready for the mutas. There we go. Okay. So looks like we have a bus timing coming in. I don't know how, I mean, this is pretty defensible. And we have a nice, oh nice, I love the flanking with the mutas. Just like sharking around and picking Marines off. Yeah, if he, oh my gosh, I wonder, can he just like get all these Marines and just move up and bust this before the Ultralisk? I mean, he has a lot. Can he just like literally send them up there before the first Ultralisks even pop out? I feel like this is when he should do it. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is when he should like gather his Marines up here and just send them all right. Let's go straight for Valhalla, boys. Valhalla's on the other side of those sunken colonies. Seriously, yeah, I think you should do it. They just send them all in and stem. Do it before the Ultras get there. I have to say that Rennac, this entire series so far, like I've casted a lot of games that have mutas and stuff. Rennac has so far the best muta micro that of all the CVTs that I've been casting this season. This is the best muta micro I've seen. I just wanted to throw that out there. Oh, I like the idea of throwing siege tanks in, but it's too late. The ultra. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's too late. The ultras are out. And they're wreaking havoc. Oh, behind this is beautiful. Behind this, there's even more Ultralisks and Lings on the way. Behind this, Zerg is trying to take a third base. Very good to keep Terran, if he can, keep Terran pinned on too. Look at this. At armored, they're just shredding everything. Oh, Irradiate does go down. Nice Irradiate. That one is going to get melted. Yeah, see, so this guy's like out here looking for hidden hatcheries and stuff. Oh man, they just missed the vessel. Bad. The vessels are trying to come into this end and maybe irradiate the llIIlIlIlIs as they're rallying. Oh man. Alright, so it looks like we have maybe a couple more llIIlIlIs and then we're going to have probably another round of Zerglings before we move in again. Well, once again, Firehex's macro is really kicking in here, going up to already on 6 factories. Six barracks. Not far away from like 7 and 8 barracks. And I mean, just constantly pumping out the bio. This has been a very low worker count game. But yep, there is a third over there. I think overall, I like the Terrans' position. I feel like they're in a position to just out macro the Zerg. Again, you know, we had one game where just Terran macro won, and I feel like now that we're at the point where we have 6 barracks. Yeah. There was a drop I missed. Are these oh my gosh, cracklings are done. Oh man, and they're 3-3 almost. Let's see where this drop is going to go. There's a lot of concentrated fire here at the natural, but I do think that these ultras could make it through. Oh wait, no, they may not be able to. There's 2 1-raids now. That's why they're killing them so quickly, because they're upgraded. Imagine that. Kind of small macro cycle after small macro cycle. So Rennac is going to actually take care of this third base here. Really put a hamper on Firehex's economy. But I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, he's mined out in 1 base. Half his workers are gone. If he breaks this, he could win. Like, if Rennac breaks this right here, he could actually win this game. He already is kind of very close to winning. He's out mining the Terran, and he just totally took out Terran's third and half of their workers. So we'll see. Is he gonna break it? Can he break it? He breaks it. All right. Well done. GG. Rennac takes the series 2-1. All right. That was a wild series. That was a wild series. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well done. Well done. GG's GG's to Firehex. The macro out of Firehex was just incredible. This this guy is just so, like, I mean, I feel like Firehex is so close to tier 2 if he's not tier 2 yet. Like, oh my god, he should be. His micro is insane. His vulture micro is insane, and he's certainly a very strong macro player. He literally, I mean, he in one of these games he outright steamrolled his opponent with macro. So the macro is certainly there. The micro is certainly there. I think the timings are there. Actually, for both of these players, the timings were just crisp. They were there. You know, the turret timings were perfect for holding the mutas every game. The sunken timings on Rennac were just solid. They were just there every game. There were a couple points where I was worried about his defense, but no, they were up every game just in time. So the timings for both these players are just incredible. Rennac has, I think, some of the best muta micro I've seen so far in tier 3. So yeah, just, but yeah, what a series. What a series. All right, GG's, well done. We're gonna look for a stream to raid here. We'll see if any of my We'll see if I see any familiar faces on. If not, I'll tap out. But wow. Uh, I feel like there's some things that maybe could be tightened up a little bit, but honestly, from what I saw, um, you know,
Wait, wait, what? Oh, oh, oh,
from
okay.
what I saw, it was just.
Okay. Oh,
Uh, I think. I think I would have liked to see out of Rennac. I think I would have liked to see less small skirmishes and more gathering chunks of army up and sending them in. So more like chunkier skirmishes, but they worked. You know, that feels like a tiny criticism because this game, this series, the small skirmishes worked and they totally whittled away. You know, constantly. So you know. Um, but yeah, kind of. This is more kind of like just a longevity kind of thought. Um, let's see, who's on Starcraft? Anybody on? Sure. We'll crash Vent. We'll go and raid Vent. Vent's on. All right. All right, thank you for tuning in, guys. Coming up, we have uh, Vint, who is a Protoss in CPL. So say hello to Vint. Um, of course, Vint, thank you for showing up today and saying hello in the chat. Fuzzy Branch, Crimson Joe, Meek Terran, Art of Turtle, Rennac, Mutiler. Thank you all so much for showing up and supporting your CPL teammates. If you aren't in CPL and you're watching, thank you so much for supporting CPL by watching. And I hope you enjoyed these games. And we'll be back hopefully soon with some more Tier 3. All right. Say hello to Vint and have a great night, guys. Thank you so much.